So with great love and respect, we're calling upon Cosmic Sai Baba to be here today. And today is Tuesday, the 6th of August, 2019. And we welcome Cosmic Sai Baba, who is going to connect us to the galaxy Andromeda. Thank you, my dear, thank you. It is I, Cosmic Sai Baba, and I am very pleased to be here and to be working with you girls and gentlemen. It is an important day today. You may not quite realize it yet, but you will come to. So, without further ado, Andromeda Val is here, and she is waiting. And when I say she is here, she is connected to us from Andromeda, the galaxy. She is 6,000 years ahead of your time, but you are still able to communicate because there is no time or distance when one focuses upon another, no matter where they are. It is all reality. Thank you, my children. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am an Andromeda Val, and I have been waiting, and I'm very happy to make the acquaintance with you again. I enjoy these meetings, and I feel honoured that you invite me into your house, and we can communicate. I have offered to answer 3 questions each meeting, and I will be happy to do that, but first I would just like to say something, a little bit of something in my language. So thank you for inviting me, as I have already said. It's eka o number and o te tapatita in o Thank you. It is a greeting, and it is in our language, or the one that I use at the galaxy Andromeda. So, may I have the first question, please?
Sure can. Andromeda Val tells us that the blue people from Venus mated with the humans as Cromagnum, I don't really know what that means, about 3,000 years ago. Did the Venusians go against the instructions from the angelic realm? That's part of the question. And how did this affect our human creation?
Thank you, my son, thank you. And I think actually you mean 300,000.
Okay.
This conversation has happened before with upstairs, if I call it lovingly. When I am here in a human body talking through Valerie, it is very difficult and different from when I can speak on my own. And I will hope to do that at some time soon. But for the moment, we are talking about the Venusians that have come. Understand, of course, that they do exist, except that they exist in another frequency that the human eyes cannot see yet, but or hear yet for some. They can tune in, raising consciousness and being aware. They can communicate telepathically with the Venusians. They have played a role for a long time, even before your planet Earth was created. In fact, they were part of that in assisting for it to be created. So you are asking when the Venusians come and when they mated with the human at that time, which is known by your scientists as Cromagnum. 300,000 years ago is about the time given. Time can be questionable, but it was a long time ago. and they did mate. It has been written, I understand, in your Bible, the Christian Bible, and probably in other places as well, for it did take place. They were known as the Atlanteans, and they came with much knowledge and much advanced information and abilities, and certainly technology. There was not the limit that exists on your earth at this time. However, you can progress to that time. But for the moment we are talking about the Atlanteans and when they mated with the humans. And they did mate with the humans. There was a knowing that if they mated with them, that would help raise their consciousness, and the DNA would be held there for a time when the frequency upon your planet Earth was raised, and they would be able to interact and communicate with star people from other worlds. This did take place for a while, quite a long while actually. But then there were scientists that started to experiment and genetically engineer with the animal man and the human that existed at that time, and interbreeding and intermixing their DNAs. They created beings that were actually recorded in the legends that are held within the Greek mythology, and so you can understand and know about that. So it was an interesting time in the evolvement of your planet Earth and the human. For 300,000 years ago was the beginning, and we have already spoken about the times that they evolved from animal man to human, a light man, 900,000 years ago, and there were other evolvements also that we will talk about at another time. The Atlantean time was very interesting indeed, and I'm wondering if this is enough for you, or would you like me to answer more questions or go further with what I am talking
We
about?
have a second question here. I may ask it.
Yes. And what is the second question?
Andromeda Val also said that at the time scientists began experimenting with genetic engineering, creating all the strange animal and man together. The images have been recorded in Greek mythology. How did they evolve?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last bit.
How did they evolve?
How did they evolve? That is a good question, because they are still around in, well, how can I explain it? Your next world. You have the dimensions of a limited understanding or frequency in compared to the world of the stars and the universe. However, that is one of the reasons that it was lowered here on your planet, because at that time the beings that were created, and there's images that are shown, many images of what they were looking like when they were created, part animal, part man, in other words. And so they do exist, even now. They had nowhere to go. They were created and they became more or less victims. Sometimes they are assisted from, shall we say, a higher thinking people, or people that are in control from other worlds, and not always for the good or the love of the universe. And so, depending on where and who they are influenced by, they are referred to sometimes as demonic, which is describing those that have not any soul, but they were created by the star people or the people that came. However, this was not allowed, and so it had to be stopped. And for that reason, Atlantis fell. There was horrific is the word, explosions of volcanoes and tsunamis, and they were in unison all around the planet to actually stop this activity, but at the same time recreating and lifting, shall we say, the human that had been created. And so that is what existed and still does in the next world that you would call the astral, I think. Whatever, it does exist, and it is in the same place as your sun and your planet. So does that help you?
Yes, it does.
And of course I must add here that the demonic being really needs some assistance. All they need is love and recognition. However, may I have your next question, please?
Yes, well, you partly answered it already by saying we want to know why did Atlantis fall? Where was it and when?
Well, it is true. I have actually said this. There are places that are stronger Venusian evolvement upon this planet, but there are other places also that the people moved around exactly as is happening now on your planet. People travel, people stay where they move to, they evolve, they create civilizations. Same thing happened. And many places were destroyed because the evolution on this planet in the angelic realm terms was not going to according to plan, and so they had to change it. And so what man has done upon this planet has to be undone by man. And so there is records scientifically in how this planet almost died at that time, which would not be all that long ago in evolutionary times. It would be, shall we say, in your time from 10 to 12,000 years, something like that. Not very long at all. And from there, all the star people civilizations that were visiting or living upon this planet left, and just the human survived in caves and lived and went back to a very primitive way of living. So that is shown in records. Sometimes scientists have discovered and realized, they also realize that there were other activities upon their planet which they do not understand or cannot explain. And I hope I am explaining that to you at this time. The human then went on to be retrained and reassisted, but from a distance, by the angelic realms and those from the United Planetary Nations that are always trying to help the little human or earthling upon this planet to raise in consciousness, to connect and understand and realize that they have a consciousness that is governed by a soul, and from that soul they are linked with their oversoul, which comes from another place altogether. This is why people need to understand that the brain, which just records things for the human, it does not actually create. The creation comes from thoughts and ideas through the soul, which helps them to evolve and to build and create things and advance in many ways. If it's done with love in their heart and always with recognition to the source of all creation, which is love, never judgment, never cruel, never punishing at all. It is pure love. And from that point, if people upon earth can relate to their own soul, for everyone on earth has a soul, they can evolve and be happy and be guided from that source of consciousness that is within them. For that consciousness is not lost. Once that soul or that earth body is left, it goes back as ash to the earth, but the soul, the light being, the consciousness of who it is, returns to its source. So I hope I am giving you some real understanding of who you are, why you are here, which is another story, and where you are going. So thank you, my children. I will leave now. Thank you. Thank you, and God bless you.